The battle to lower interest rates on loans has been a protracted one, with commercial banks being blamed for keeping lending rates at unacceptably high levels. It is against that backdrop that the government recently announced the introduction of a new rate known as the Kenya Bank's reference rate that will be the base rate for all commercial banks. And following a meeting held by the Central Bank's Monetary Policy Committee Tuesday, the KBRR has been set at 9.13%. The new rate, which takes effect immediately, will be applied to all new short-term loans that will be issued starting this month and over the next 6 months. The KBRR is based on a 6-month average of the central bank rate, which has been held at 8.5% for the 12th consecutive month, and a weighted 2-month moving average of the 91 Treasury bill rate. The KBRR could, however, be reviewed before December should economic conditions warrant its review. This is especially in light of the fact that the government expects the proceeds of the recently issued Eurobond once in circulation to bring down interest rates in the near term. Commercial banks will, however, be allowed to add a markup on top of the rate to price in all other costs associated with a loan, a move that critics say could frustrate the government's attempt to tame lending rates.
It means that, depending on banks' perception of you, they can front-load anything from 5% to 10%.
The introduction of the new rate, which will be done officially through a circular to all banks, is however seen as a win to consumers, as it will usher in a new era of transparency in the pricing of loans that was hitherto unseen.
The difference between Bank A and Bank B will be efficiency, because I will tell you that banks have a lot of sort of bureaucracies in the credit process. As of now, there is a lot of inefficiencies that are pushed to the consumer.
The announcement of the new rate coincided with yet another announcement that could shake Kenya's banking industry to the core. In a paid-up print ad, Rose Florence Wanjiru has invited members of the public who would want to be enjoined in a case against the country's 43 banks. Wanjiru is suing Standard Chartered Bank, the Kenya's Bankers Association, and the Central Bank of Kenya for betting the imposition of charges without the approval of the Finance Minister, as stipulated in Section 44 of the Banking Act. Depending on its outcome, the case, which has been ongoing since July 2003, could open a Pandora's box for the banking industry should more aggrieved customers weigh in to press for compensation for charges deemed to have been illegally imposed. Terry Ann Chebet for The Big Question.